Hello, everybody. It's Darren Keet here and Chad Clayt with us. Thanks so much for joining. It is today, yes, it is today, Monday, the 29th of November, 2021, with not so many days left of this year. And we are getting closer to Christmas time, to the presents time. And we're just trying to make this awesome for you. And hopefully you'll stick with us and be with us. Chad, so nice to see you again. Welcome.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It's been a difficult one to get done. We obviously missed our last review, so we've got a lot to catch up on this week, and we hope you will enjoy this one.
I'm sure everyone will enjoy it. So a lot of goals, a lot of good results, some not so good results. We're going to be talking about obviously the DStv Premiership as well as the English Premier League. So hopefully we've got enough stuff for the fans and for the people watching. What did you make of the weekend?
Yeah, it was some entertaining results. I think
Should we start with DStv Premiership with the PSL? Should we start
jump
there?
right into it. Let's jump right into it.
I mean, obviously, loads of goals, which is what we wanted.
100%.
Sundowns Sekakune. Talk us through that, please, Chad. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I caught some glimpses and a bit of highlights. Obviously, my time is taken up by a lot of other things these days, other than football. But I do still keep track of what's going on. Obviously, Sundowns, coming out, I think, deserved winners here. I don't think anyone expected, Sekukune to trouble a team that are unbeaten in the league this season. But obviously, right back to where they started with clean sheet. Dennis, obviously, back on song again, not conceding any goals. And even though they were down to 10 men at the end, Sekukune still didn't capitalize on anything. Just Neo Mahema is also in the form of his life at the moment. I think it's 2 goals in 2 games now. So he's obviously doing very well for himself, having come in from Celtic, and you can see he's slowly starting to find his feet. And yeah, this is just what he brings: awesome composure in the box there. I don't think many people or many strikers can, strike a ball like that in the roof of the net in that sort of situation. But he did very well there. And then Peter Shalulile, flip, can anyone stop him?
I think this is a bit of a debate.
Yeah, definitely a contentious one.
Don't think it was a handball at all. For me, it didn't hit his hand, as you see, straight in the gut.
Yeah.
Referee obviously did give a penalty, and Sundowns took their chance, didn't they? But I mean, it's difficult. And again, that brings us exactly to where we always go to, is VAR. I mean, you're talking about 59 minutes gone, and now you're 2-0 down instead of 1-0 down. With 1-0 down, you still have a chance to be in the game, and 2-0 down against Sundowns, you kind of down and out. Yeah. And talking about Dennis, obviously coming back, keeping a clean sheet, being better again, but he does concede a red card.
And it's if you look at it, do you take the red card and keep the clean sheet, or do you concede the goal? And stay on the pitch.
It's a hard one because I mean, at the end of the day, like for myself as a keeper, when I'm in that situation, I'm happy to make mistakes. I don't mind making mistakes as long as I keep the clean sheet and none of my mistakes lead to goals. So for me, it would be more important to not concede that goal, give away the free kick, take the red card. Hopefully whoever comes in, they don't score from that, and on we move, because at the end of the day, they're going to look at your mistakes and how costly your mistakes were. Whereas now that mistake just gets brushed to the side, completely forgotten about. Okay, he's taken a red card. Lots of players take red cards, but the mistake was not costly at all for the team. And Dennis gets a bit of a break. He's 38. What's he? 38 now. 37 years old.
Yeah,
he'll enjoy the bit of a break now. He'll take 2 weeks off. And
he's not abandoning the team or anything.
No.
He knows he's got capable backup. There's Kennedy Mwedi, Riyad Peterse. You know, they don't lack in that department. So taking one for the team there, I mean, you see that an instance like that in the 85th minute, had that been a goal and Dennis stayed on the park, Sundowns would have had, you know, loads of pressure on themselves in the dying minutes to try and hold on to that lead. So I think, you know, I think anyone in that situation would have taken one for the team, bring the man down, professional foul, and keep your 2-0 lead intact, and you know, walk away with the clean sheet and the 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah, don't give them a sniff, don't give them a chance, and don't give them any hope. So yeah, right thing to do. Chad, nice haircut. I know the other day we tried to get on, we missed the show. Well, not missed the show, but we ran out of time with your haircut. I've been busy, you've been busy, but I think everyone will be happy for you to have a haircut. I'm due for a haircut, but
I was tired of wearing the caps in the show, so I thought, you know, let me sort my hair out so I can
trying to be more professional.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, but we had Cape Town City had a long trip up to Mbombela this week. One of those games, you know, you fly up to Joburg, then you have to travel up to Mbombela for it's still another 4 hours. So it is quite a trek, and obviously the boys. I mean, like I said the last time, we were looking forward to hopefully scoring 4 goals, and not that one. That was the next one, scoring 4 goals and hopefully keeping a clean sheet. But there were 4 goals, but not all for us, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ndu seems to enjoy being back on his old home, old stomping yard when he was at Baroka, carrying you guys with the brace there. First minute goal.
Maybe that's why he came good.
Yeah, you went back home and, you know, put on his scoring boots again.
Yeah, but what a game if you think about it. 2 minutes, 2 goals. We scored straight from the kickoff pretty much, and then I think straight after their kickoff, I think they stuck one in the back of the net. But
just there, I mean, Fakhri, one of the shortest players on the pitch, winning a aerial duel. That should never happen.
Yeah, but
so that's all TS Galaxy.
But he's quite strong. He gets up nicely, so we'll give him credit, and he's done well. With a good finish.
Him, but it's also poor defending. And then I don't know, you guys are torn apart like a.
Oh yeah, don't know where the replay went there, but I mean, if we stop it just there. Geez, we definitely got caught out. I think definitely unexpected, as you can see at the top. 2 minutes gone, and you're leading 1-0. Just a hard one to take. I think for the team, for any sort of team, for any player, it's difficult to score such an early goal and then concede again immediately.
Then, it's obviously, you know, they always speak about critical phases, the opening 5 minutes of the game, the last 5 minutes of the first half, opening 5 minutes, and you know. First 5 minutes is a critical phase, but also teams tend to get carried away if they do score in that opening first 5 minutes, and I think that you know proved costly for Cape Town City on the weekend, because having scored that open goal, guys probably thought, oh, you know, this is going to be an easy one, and then TS Galaxy obviously come back and you know make a game of it. So
yeah.
Sure, Eric is enjoying Cape Town life, eh?
That's
a bit tight on him there.
Oh, Chad. But
sorry,
I mean,
you can hear there's a hailstorm on my side.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're fuzzing up here a bit. There's a bit of a sounds like an extraterrestrial sound in the background, but at least now I know it's a hailstorm.
Hitting the windows here.
Okay. At least you still got your internet. That's good.
Yeah, at least.
But talking about coming straight back up for us, and then getting his second goal, and then just trying to hold on, you know.
Yeah, what was Dove doing diving in there?
It's one of those things, and I think Eric did speak about it in his interview, where, you know, a player of his caliber, a player of his experience, who's been there, done that, you'd like to have him do a lot better than that.
Yeah, you never go to ground in that area of the pitch.
Yeah,
leaving your defense exposed because you took an irrational decision. But yeah,
but
I think at
the
the end of the
result.
day, the chances they had were well taken. All 4 goals were, well, except that opening one where Mdu really pulled one out the hat to get it into the net from that sort of angle and that range. But the other 3 goals were all well taken. A good show of composure from the strikers. And yeah, I think the other 3 goals were all just bad defending from both teams. I don't know if you'd agree. Maybe some bias towards your teammates.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think most players would agree, especially conceding in that manner. I mean, defenders know themselves. You don't want to let the team slip past you. You don't want them to get through you like that, and then you end up chasing back towards your goals. It's every team's worst nightmare. And also at the end, just trying to hold on and not being able to hold on. It's definitely disappointing for the team because obviously we felt like it was a game we could have definitely had 3 points in, and we pretty much just let it slip in the end. But that's football. That's how it goes, and you gotta get back up on the horse next week and keep running forward. That's the only way I can see it. It's the only way to go for me. Obviously, I'm a positive thinker. I like to think forward, think ahead, forget about what's gone. We can't take that back and learn from that and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and another. No, say.
It's definitely one of those games you guys, might look back at and say, what, we should have had that 3 points.
Yeah.
Especially at this stage of the season, you want to be collecting the points. You don't want to find yourself too far down the table, heading to that final stretch, and then having to scramble for a top 8 position. And I think if that's the case, if things don't turn for you guys soon, then you could well find yourselves in a position where you look back at games like this and you say, we were 2-1 up. There's no ways we should have conceded an equalizer there and dropped 2 points. So it's a pity, but guys need to pick themselves up and like you say, stay positive and grind the result the next game.
Yeah, especially now as you head into December, you wanna turn the year and turn to the second round in a decent position after a good couple results, and I think that's the most important things in the next few weeks. But I mean, now we're moving to the top of the table with Royal AM surprising everyone, and Stellenbosch also doing well.
Huge upset there.
Yeah, going to a well-watered pitch in this game. Man, I really didn't know what to expect from this game with Royal AM playing the way they usually play, which is anyone's guess. And Stellenbosch obviously trying to do as well as they can, but obviously coming into some difficulties on this pitch, on this field, and things like that. Not being able to play the usual game.
Yeah, and it's obviously coming back from that 3-0 defeat to Pirates was always going to be tough mentally and a tough psychological battle, and tough goal. And yes, you look at how drenched.
And then the sun comes out. Yeah,
it's a nice PE kind of day. All seasons in 90 minutes.
Yeah, Stellenbosch should have been used to it. That's what we get here in Cape Town. Apparently, I never see it. I never understood it. People always say we've got that in Cape Town, but never ever agreed.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Stellies really suffered. Just I think mental fatigue after their blistering start to the season,
but
to go and lose 2 in a row.
But are we really surprised by Royal AM winning again? I mean, geez, they've managed to do such strange things lately in the season. The amount of games they've won, the way they've played, they've just managed to get things to go their way. And against Stallies, they did it again. Whichever way they're doing it, they're getting it done, really. So, I mean, It was a bit of an unexpected result, but really not too unexpected.
Yeah, but I think Royal AM are you can see they're the old Celtic, pulling results out of the hat there. John Maduke obviously doing a good job, and then Putsane scoring the goal, also Celtic, former Celtic player. They even though they're a new team in the league, there's some solid oil that's been put amongst the gears there in that side, and they're obviously reaping the rewards of not dismantling that entire Celtic team to play their old guns and mix it up. So not really a surprise to see Royal AM winning. Obviously, they are in the top half, well, up close to the top of the table, and Stellies, I think the longer the game went on, it was obviously going to become more difficult for them because of their previous result. So hi Sandra. But yeah, it's obviously it's one of those things, and this is where you test a team's character, players' character, to see how they bounce back, especially in Stellenbosch's case.
Yeah. No, just on that, my brother in the US said he messaged me the other day and he said, "Is Sandra trying to get in on the show?" And I see she's making another appearance again. So I think I think she's enjoying it. She's every day a new outfit on the show.
We should switch to Sandra for ad breaks.
Yeah, we're gonna switch to Sandra for ad breaks. That's fine. No, but I mean, going from, like you say, coaches doing well to some coaches not doing too well, and I mean, after this game, Swallows were not happy, and obviously getting rid of the whole coaching staff. But besides that, I mean, Chiefs picking up their form again, picking up some goals again, and playing well. Yeah, I mean, all credit to Chiefs. I think they deserve the win, and they played pretty well. And you can't really fault only Swallows, but you have to say the goals they scored were pretty good.
I think Keegan Dolly has made such a massive difference in this team.
Yeah,
it's what you would have expected when Billiet arrived, or when after Nurkovic had that good first season in the PSL, that things would turn for them because they've got these big players capable of lifting the team's morale and the spirit and everything, and also the performance, and that's exactly what Keegan has done now, and they're reaping the rewards of putting their faith in someone as experienced and as good as Keegan. Obviously, she's even Billiet's finding form because of Keegan's arrival. So definitely, a lot of credit to Keegan Dolly for what he's brought to Chiefs. And then, of course, Baxter having worked with his club in this league before, his expertise also count for something. And yeah, like Swallows is something we've spoken on before, the situation with the coaching staff and management and all that. It was a long time coming. I think after their 15 or 16 draws last season, they haven't been on an upward spiral or on an upward trajectory since the midway point of last season. And I guess they tried to keep faith in the coach, suspending him and then bringing him back, but it hasn't paid off. And sacking the entire coaching staff is what I believe is the right way to go. You can't sack a coach and leave his assistant to pick up the pieces, because at the end of the day, it's not an individual effort. Coaching is also done by a team of coaches, and if one fails, the entire team failed. What a goal!
Yeah,
that is
unbelievable for a team who was down and out to pull one back like that.
That is, I mean, just the presence of mind of Cheese Boy there, just to direct towards goal. We don't see enough of these goals in the PSL, and they are such easy goals to score. We see them every week in the Premier League and in Europe, where guys just open your foot a bit, direct the ball towards goal, and it could land up in the back of the net. And that's what Cheese Boy showed there with his experience and his quality. But yeah, back to the coaching decision. It's taken time, and they might rue that decision to keep faith in the coaching staff for so long. I mean, what is it now? 11 games in. So there's not many games to turn things around, and they're now at the bottom of the table. So it's definitely an uphill battle for Swallows going forward.
Yeah, and I think I mean, obviously when they did suspend the coach and then they brought him back, no one kind of knew what was going on. And again, when the team's struggling and the coach is not there for a while, and now all of a sudden, he comes back and you're not quite sure what's going to happen, how it's going to go. The coach doesn't know where he stands. The players don't know where they stand. And it just seemed to continue to go downhill for them at that moment. But I mean, talking back to Dolly and to Chiefs, I mean, you bring in a player like Keegan Dolly to a team like Chiefs where they have so much quality. They've got such good players, and you just need that little bit of extra fire, something to light them up, something to and to really take them forward. Keegan's such a good player. The things he does is unbelievable, and it shows. He played in League One for a reason, and he's been able to bring that back with him. And the players see that, and they kind of just jump on that bandwagon and they go with him. I mean, you talk about players like Parker. Even Bernard's been better this season than he was last season. So I think just bringing a guy like Keegan in has changed quite a lot for Chiefs, and. It's easy to be the best player in the team, like for Kama Billiard, who usually is the best player in the team, but now he's got something to compete with, and I think Keegan is like that, and I think everyone wants to compete now and to do well for Chiefs. So I think we'll see. We still yet to see the best of Chiefs. I think they're too good. They're too good to have the results that they have had. And they're too good not to bounce back and to get better this season.
Yeah. And I think, just to wrap that up, I think the fact that Chiefs took a player of Keegan's caliber, having played in League One for the last 5 years, it really showed what Chiefs should be doing. They should be going for the best players available in the market. Or maybe not just in the market. Yes, they got him on a free, but they should be chasing, the biggest and best names in the league, or at least, on the South African radar, because they brought in Billiard, yes, but Billiard was also, I think, on a downward trajectory when he was leaving Sundowns, and everyone expected him to go to Europe, and I think he probably expected to go to Europe too. And ended up, settling on Chiefs because Bobby Matong came and saw him in back home in Zim, and managed to speak him into staying with Chiefs. But there was plenty of rumors of him going to Al Ahly or going to Europe. So I think that also didn't play in Chiefs' favor. The fact that they sort of settled on Billiard and took him off what we expected, his trajectory would be to Europe. But then to go after Keegan when Sundowns could have re-signed him, he could have gone to Belgium, he could have gone anywhere in Europe, but Chiefs made it a point to get him in and bolster their squad with proper quality, and now they're reaping the reward. So kudos to Chiefs for doing that. Just on Swallows, there are murmurs. Your former coach could be on his way back to Joburg,
Uncle Gavin.
And that Swallows job is obviously vacant at the moment, so we should.
We spoke about. Remember last time we spoke about it? Gavin left, no jobs available, but jobs might become available very soon. 1 week later, and there we go. And he's been there before. They're actually training at Witz's old training ground, so. It's a homecoming of an old homecoming if he goes there. Gavin will be, I'm sure he'll feel right at home there. Guys, by the way, this is not an ad sponsored by Keegan Dolly, eh?
Yeah. And there's also been talk of Darren Keet, of course, just to mention a couple of other names. We're not saying Gavin is definitely going to end up there, but just speculative talk. If Gavin's available, Swallows is open. The seat is open there, so we never know who will pop up in that seat. This is football after all.
Yeah, well, while we're on speculation, let's speculate then. Gavin, obviously winning numerous leagues, being probably one of the best coaches, but if you were to get a team out of relegation zone and Dylan Kerr was available, he's done. How many times has he done it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Want the coach who's willing to tattoo the club's badge on his legs as well.
Yeah.
So
I think he's going to have to
anything in commitment.
He's going to have to get another calf implant so he can put an extra tattoo on his calf, because he's running out of calf space there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I mean, who knows?
Those are some nice options available.
Yeah.
To Swallows, if they are serious about
and he has been
they want to go.
Yeah, and Dylan Kerr has been quite vocal. He's shown himself that he's still in Africa. He hasn't left yet. He's still hanging around here, and I mean he's very busy on Twitter. So we'll see. Maybe next week we'll bring some breaking news.
Indeed.
Yeah. Going on to what was the KZN derby. Oh, much anticipation for this. I think for me, I was quite excited to see the result, because AmaZulu is still trying to get back to themselves, to the way that they're hoping to be. But Maritzburg, in the last, 7 years or so, they've had the upper hand in all of these KZN derbies. I think they are ahead of Maritzburg in these sort of KZN derbies at the moment. So Maritzburg trying to maintain that, AmaZulu trying to find some form. It was quite an entertaining game.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, we've spoken at length about what's happening with AmaZulu. You start wondering, when the pressure will really turn up on Benny and his technical team. But I do hope, they do come through this. I think Benny's a much better coach than what the results are suggesting at the moment. I think it's everything is too new for the squad of players, and then obviously the coaching staff too. So I hope to see the AmaZulu of last season come through, because they really made the league so entertaining. Peach of a strike.
Do me a favor there, Mr. Keeper.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just go down on one knee and let it go past you. That's fine. You had no chance there for Veli.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, for me, a team like Maritzburg is also such a good team at the moment. If you look at their players, your Dalen Klaassen, Clayton Daniels is injured at the moment. You've got Nchangase, Nazir Ali, I mean, who I've played with, and they've just brought in Keegan Ritchie.
Travis
Gray. They've got such a good team at the moment. I think for Maritzburg also, it's only a little matter of time before they start kicking on nicely. And I think what they might need is a decent striker. They've got some decent strikers there, but they've been lacking some goals, I think, lately.
Yeah, no. And it's it might be something Ernst. I'm sure Ernst would be looking into. Probably bringing a foreign striker in to get the goals, because as we've seen in the last few years, it's difficult to get a South African goal poacher. I'm pretty sure Eric Ernst will be looking across the borders to find something to solve that problem. Should he be given time? And Ernst has shown his quality at Chiefs, taking them to numerous cup finals. Obviously, also playing a crucial role in their CAF campaign last season or the last year. But it's no surprise that Maritzburg are showing some sort of form now. It's really getting down to graft and fix things there for them, and that's obviously good for the league too. Maritzburg has been around for quite some time, and to see them fighting relegation I think in the last 2 seasons. It's nice to see him, getting some results and doing well again.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sundown sends a striker on loan. We know they've done it before. We know they're very tempted to send some strikers on loan to Maritzburg. So wouldn't be surprised if there might be a Sundowns striker ending up at Maritzburg in January on loan. But looking at obviously all these results. I mean, just two games there that were noticeable is the Pirates and Super Sport game, which was postponed, as well as the Gallants and Chipper game, which was postponed and will be played during the week.
Wednesday and Thursday.
But
Baroka Arrows game is one. Obviously, we didn't have highlights for.
No, it was not televised.
It's also showing, Tobejani's influence coming in and already, getting 2 goals, even though they lose. That's a dignified loss for me. 3-2 is a respectable loss in anyone's books. I think if it was 3-0, then obviously there's question marks over that appointment. But I think his charisma and his sort of aura around the team really does something special for the players, or maybe it's in the Baroka badge. Maybe it's a marriage made in football heaven. That he has something that just brings something out of Baroka, and I'm sure they'll. I saw his post-match interview commenting on he targeted 15 points from their next 5 games. Arrows, he dropped the points. Their next opponents is Orlando Pirates. After Pirates, obviously play this catch-up fixture against Supersport, and he's already said that game is 3 points for Baroka, and I won't be surprised if they get it.
Yeah, we've seen it happen before, so won't. I won't hold my breath, but we have seen it happen before. Yeah. And obviously, looking at the log, we'll have a look at this log quickly now. Obviously, as we said earlier, at the bottom, Swallows still stuck there with only five points at the moment. So obviously trying to push on Maritzburg. I mean, okay, obviously very expected Chipper would be in the bottom half, but TS Galaxy have picked up some form lately, and a little bit surprising to see them in the bottom half. But so is it surprising to see Cape Town City in the bottom half. So I think those are definitely us, and definitely TS Galaxy should be picking up some points and moving up. In the next couple of games.
It's worrisome that our league is competitive, but after 12 games, 11 games, you have team 1 victory. That's obviously a lot of cause for concern for those respective clubs. Marumo Gallants were at the foot of the table for quite a while until they eventually got their first win last week. And Dan Malasela has obviously come in as a new coach, but there's a huge gap between bottom teams and Sundowns at the moment, and that's not the kind of image you want of a competitive league that we know the PSL to be. So I'd love to see that bottom. It's obviously close at the bottom there. Marumo, if they win their catch-up fixture in midweek, then they obviously jump up. They can jump up to as high as 12th, I think, above Chippa. So there's a lot riding on every game for those bottom 6 or so, and that's what I'd love to see an upturn there. I know bottom teams are usually the ones that struggle, but I mean 11 games, 2 victories for Chippa. 12 games, 2 victories for TS Galaxy. That's really showing that the bottom teams are now growing. The list of bottom teams are growing larger and larger in the PSL, which is something we don't want to see in our football, to be able to market ourselves as one of the most competitive leagues in Africa, and then obviously we try and put ourselves on a world scale as well.
Yeah, the thing that does jump out at me is the amount of draws that we actually have, and the reason is that I find is because teams are so afraid to lose a game. I mean, as much as South Africans play an attacking style of football, South African teams are so scared to lose a game. And obviously, that they become in certain situations, the teams become very defensive. I find that a lot of our football looks attacking, but it's very much won't say a defensive way, but a way of trying to control the game. They'd rather control the game than actually force a way into score a goal. So they'd rather control the game, keep the ball for a draw, than actually go out and keep pushing and get the goal to win and stand a chance of actually losing. So so many draws. I mean, I saw 8 draws for Amazulu after 13 games. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and if you look at the log, the bottom 5 teams have all had coaching changes already, which also paints a picture of teams don't want to lose now because the coaches know that their jobs are on the line. They'd rather get a point than walk away with a defeat and risk getting sacked. So that definitely needs some attention from those respective clubs, cheaper all the way down to Swallows. They really need to take a hard look internally and see what they are doing wrong. If it's management putting too much pressure on their coaches, or if it's just coaches coming in that aren't suited to the team style or whatever, and changing things up to protect themselves. So love to see something give towards the bottom end of the table, and we should be seeing Sundowns get some competition at least. And generally those teams at the bottom who are in the relegation fight going into the second half of the season, they are the teams that Sundowns should be fearing to say, hey, these guys have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
They might knock us off our perch. And we're just not seeing that because the teams at the bottom, like you say, are playing for a point at least. I mean, 5 draws from 12 games is not bad, but then you look at the win ratio, then you're like, geez, they are really scrapping for points at the bottom there, and they don't look like beating anyone anytime soon.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, for me, just to keep an eye on the top half of the table, because I think things will change there quite drastically. I think Golden Arrows will definitely, they're so close to getting up. We are, Cape Town City is so close to getting up, and like you said, Maritzburg just a couple points away. But a team like Royal AM and a team like Sekekune, not only should teams be worried about the bottom teams who have nothing to lose, but Royal AM and Sekekune really have nothing to lose. If both of those teams don't win another game this season, they won't even get relegated. So they're just gonna be flying on all cylinders. They're not gonna care about trying to do this, trying to do that, save themselves from relegation. They're already in a top position than either of them ever expected. So they're just going to keep going. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of teams now because they're going to have less to worry about, and they're going to make other teams worry about them.
Yeah, and I wonder what Baxter critics are saying now. I mean, Chiefs in contention for the league. Do you think it's too early to say they're in contention for the league now?
No, I mean 8 points behind. Obviously, Sundowns have a game in hand, but anything could happen in that game. But yeah, things happen. Things happen in football. I mean, not only Chiefs, but I mean, dare I say, Royal AM could be in contention. They've got a game in hand over Chiefs, so they win that game, they go to 24 points. So
yeah.
Who knows? Honestly, Chad, who knows at this current moment? But let's just jump quickly to the upcoming games on Wednesday, the ones that were postponed, obviously for CAF fixtures. So I see the Pirates Supersport game has been pushed, and they're going to play Baroka on Wednesday. I thought it was Pirates Supersport on Wednesday, but it's not.
I also assumed that would be the natural thing to do, but I guess I think this fixture was postponed a few weeks ago, which is why they're playing it now. So I guess it makes sense.
It's been so crazy. It's been so crazy now with all the leagues. What not with all the leagues, but with all the CAF competitions and things like that. Remember the other day we spoke about how Chiefs played against Pirates, and then against Amazulu, and now they played again recently.
Again, yeah.
The reason they played the game was because the game in February has been brought forward because of CAF. So that's why they played this. They've played the second leg already. So they've played both legs. It's crazy. With how the teams are playing at the moment, who they're playing, how the fixtures are put out there. So
and I wonder how the PSL are tracking the Q innovations then, because
I'm so glad I didn't work there.
Yeah, it's a huge mess.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I'm not in the fixture placement section at the PSL. But Maruma Gallants versus TS Galaxy, another interesting game up north there, and then obviously the big one, Pirates versus Barocca.
Yeah, I think Dan Malasela also has a point to prove against his former employees, TS Galaxy. So that's obviously a big one for him personally, and then obviously Marumo trying to get off the bottom two, and TS Galaxy could well slip into the bottom three if they were to get a defeat there. Marumo do come back from a trip to TP Mazembe where they lost 1-0, which is also a respectable loss to a team like TP Mazembe. So coming up against TS Galaxy, I'm sure that experience over the weekend will put them in good stead against the TS Galaxy side, who are also breathing heavily at the moment. And then like you say, Pirates Barocca, they managed to get a win. I think they were in Congo as well. Congo Brazzaville or something, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember the name
and they
of the
got a
team
win there.
now.
So they on a bit of an upturn in terms of form. So it will be an interesting affair.
No, but Barocca won the game already, didn't they? They said it themselves.
Yeah. They've got 3
won the
points
game,
already.
so they can put their three for Barocca, one for Pirates.
Let's have a look and see on Thursday. Should be exciting.
We'll have a look. No, it will be a good couple of fixtures, but good to wrap up. Good to wrap up the PSL and some exciting times. I think coming to the end of the year it will be exciting. But let's jump straight into the English Premier League. I think it was quite an exciting weekend. Geez, we're already 43 minutes into the show and we haven't even reached the Premier League. But we'll keep going. Keep going. But
exciting. I'm not sure if you're a fantasy Premier League player. I'm not sure it'll be that exciting. Very disappointed with my fantasy team's performance because of Liverpool ran riot over Southampton, but Salah wasn't even on the score sheet, and that was my captain. So very disappointed with that result. Even though Liverpool were convincing. Must say, I'm happy for Thiago. As a Barca fan, always loved him. Whether he was at Bayern or whether he's now at Liverpool, and there's talk of him coming back to Barcelona on loan in January. But that doesn't look, the more he scores, the less likely that starts to look. So it's a bit bittersweet seeing him at some form.
Your friend Xavi might make some things happen there. You never know. I think he's gonna have a lot of pull at Barcelona now. So it will be interesting to see. But
indeed,
Arsenal obviously away to Newcastle. Home to Newcastle, and Newcastle being one of those teams that have new owners, but yet they're sitting bottom of the log. Might there be? I read this. They might be the richest club in the world and also the richest club in the championship.
Well, they're certainly headed for championship at the moment, and you start to wonder, with all that money, it just shows money doesn't buy you results. It doesn't change the makeup of your team. Surprising appointment, obviously, with Eddie Howe coming in. I think they could have gone for a much higher profile coach. But be that as it may, it could just be taking some time for for how to find his formulas on the pitch, and eventually they might just hit their stride. But good result for Arsenal. Nice clean sheet as well. I'm sure Arteta's breathing a massive sigh of relief now,
definitely.
having come through that rough start to the season.
Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Newcastle obviously going to be a team to watch going forward to see if they get out of that relegation zone. But your team, well, not your team, but your man from Liverpool, not making you happy. Seems like it. But my brother's a Liverpool fan, so he's definitely happy.
Yeah. Obviously, Liverpool fans will be happy with this result. I think Southampton are their daily bread. Obviously having gotten a lot of their players from Southampton, Mane being one of them, who was also on the score sheet on the weekend, I think. And then Diego Jota's obviously come in and bagging a brace. I think he stole the spotlight from Salah on the weekend, and that's more why I'm upset than anything else. But obviously a nice result for Liverpool to keep up, to the pace of City there at the top of the table. And I'm sure Jurgen will be happy with this as well.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on to snowy Manchester. Apparently there was some decent snowy weather when they took on West Ham. A nice little 2-1 victory. I think playing against West Ham is never the easiest task, and I think playing in those type of conditions definitely won't be too easy. I've played on a frosted pitch. I've played in -6 weather, but never actually in snow. I have trained in snow. I've trained in snow, and it's impossible to catch a ball in snow because it just slips right off. It's like it's like trying to. It's like when you go slide on the ice rink anyway on your back. It feels pretty much like that.
Jeez, I can imagine.
But no,
I'd love to experience that one day.
But Man City doing their thing. I mean, making sure they're staying in the run for the league.
That's what championship. That's what championship teams do. Tough game or not, they grind out results. Obviously not as convincing as that Liverpool result, but 2-1 gets the job done. As the old saying goes, no comments in the results section, and they just keep marching on, of course. So the snow obviously affected that Tottenham game as well. So it's that time of the year where weather can really disrupt things, and it brings a different dimension to the Premier League race, especially the title race and relegation battles. So we'll have to keep a keen eye there and see how things develop over this Christmas period when that's obviously it's a hectic schedule for all Premier League teams. So
and moving on to my team, I've made a wee bit mistake there. Hopefully no one notices. But moving on to my team, the mighty Manchester United, almost getting it done, but then conceding a bit of a penalty there. But overall, not too disappointed. But a very big talking point is Carrick not playing Ronaldo. Don't know what you think of that.
I don't know about mighty. I think I heard you throwing mighty there. A mighty United with a 7-man defense. I don't know what Carrick was doing there with Matic, Fred, and McTominay in the midfield, and all of them seem to be back in their own 18-yard box for most of the game. And then obviously leaving Ronaldo out is a huge decision. But I also feel like you could take the risk knowing that he's not fighting for the job or anything. The interim manager, there was lots of talk that Ralph would be coming in, Ralph Ragnick, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So I think he sort of he was given that leeway to make drastic decisions, and I think it possibly paid off because they managed to frustrate Chelsea for much of the game without Ronaldo, and it leaves you wondering, had Ronaldo started, would it have changed the dynamics of the game? would Chelsea have been able to capitalize on that the lack of defense, if I could say, that Ronaldo offers? Roy Keane and Michael Carrick had a
I was
heated
gonna.
debate on Sky Sports about Ronaldo and his lack of defending. What do
Carragher,
you
not
think?
Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick was coaching that
Carragher,
day.
sorry, Jamie Carragher.
Yeah.
All these
I had a
legends
look at that.
yeah, it was a nice debate, and both raised some good points, but ultimately, football is not a game of therefore, and had Ronaldo started, it could have been a different outcome. Had Ronaldo not played at all, it could have also been a different outcome.
Yeah,
And had Ronaldo
exactly.
not come on, perhaps Man United would have also bottled that lead.
Yeah. I mean, it's always difficult, and I mean, definitely now Ronaldo is going to be in every debate that goes towards Man United, no matter whether it's good or bad. He's always going to be part
Yeah.
of the debate. So it's just one of those things when you're a superstar, you're always going to be in any conversation that concerns your team, your coach, your players, anything. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be able to deal with that. That's why they pay him.
Exactly.
But yeah, obviously the results. Some Everton
I
going
don't know
down
what's
1-0
happening
to
with Everton.
Brentford. Yeah.
Everton seems to be struggling. Rafa Benitez must have lost his touch somewhere along his coaching career, because he's really not doing too well at the toffees there.
Yeah.
But Brentford have been a Sekukune of sorts in the Premier League
Yeah.
this season,
Yeah.
getting some nice results coming from the Championship. Obviously, Kamo Mokocho's former team would have loved to see him,
I know.
still there, and what he
You
would have
always
brought
think,
there to the Premier League.
yeah, you always think, well, where would he be if he had stayed? Would he have been playing there? Would he have been
Yeah,
starting? Who knows? And like when they got promoted, I was like, oh, if only he had stayed. But I mean, you never
yeah,
know. You never know.
yeah. And then
But yeah, now go ahead.
Leicester's come good. Brendan Rodgers also went through a bit of a rough patch there. But I think Watford, everyone expected Leicester to come out with all 3 points there against Watford.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
it's
everyone expected Man United to come out with 3 points against Watford too.
exactly true. That's
So
also
I think
true.
it's a good
But I think it
result.
was it Chelsea that gave them 5, I think, or Liverpool.
Oh no, I can't remember. I wouldn't even
I
know.
might be confusing them with Burnley.
There's too many teams in that league.
Yeah, I know, and it's changing every season. So, but it's nice to see different teams come up and stay up, and new teams keep coming in. But yeah, just back to Leicester. I think with their quality, obviously a couple of African players there as well. Patson Daka. What's the new striker that came in from Zimbabwe? Um, they should be doing a lot better than what their results have been showing of late. So it's good to see them turning in some form as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just having a look at the bottom half of the table, Newcastle stone last with only 6 points. They haven't won a game. All their points come from draws. So they'll definitely need to be kicking themselves up and hopefully move up the table. But also, like you said earlier, the disappointing team at the moment is Everton, sitting there
Yeah,
14th.
forward.
Only 15 points. Oh, they need to get going. And in the beginning of the season, they were doing quite well. So it's a little bit disappointing to see them at the bottom.
Yeah. And Everton, I mean, we've come to know Everton as a at top 8 team,
Yeah.
regular qualifiers for Europa as well. So
Yeah.
to see them there is very worrisome. I'm sure the Everton fans aren't too happy with Benitez. Possibly he's doing Liverpool a favor there by taking their rivals to the bottom half of the table.
Yeah. Don't start speculation. Don't start speculation. I'm sure they think
Conspiracy theories.
I'm sure they're thinking that already. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving to the top half. At least Man United. I'm happy Man United's still in the top half of the table. That's okay. I'm happy with that. My team can stay there. Yeah.
Only just
Tottenham got a game in hand. Tottenham's got a game in hand. So.
But yeah, that's. I mean, surprised to see Brighton in the top half after narrowly escaping relegation last season.
Yeah.
Same points as Man United though. So you guys are on par with each other.
No, that's okay. We'll wait. We'll wait for that game. No, but Leicester stuck in the top half, which is pretty good. I think they're still gonna pick up some more points. They'll definitely move up slowly. Wolves, a little bit of a surprise to see them there, and West Ham's been doing quite well. So I wouldn't say it's too much of a surprise, but I mean they're around in Man United's position. I think they got the United and West Ham position mixed up on this log.
It's the David Moyes effect.
Yeah, well, David Moyes. I wish he did it with Man United.
Yeah, so they say big team coaches are cut different from the rest, and perhaps that's the case in David's case, because he had an opportunity to coach a big club and he obviously disappointed, but he can do the business with a club like West Ham. So
yeah. No, but definitely the Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool rivalry will be interesting to keep an eye on, and then Arsenal also trying to catch up from behind there. So it will be a good one to keep an eye on for the next month or so.
Certainly.
But I mean, other than that, everything seems to be moving forward. So let's hope the leagues carry on. Let's hope this. This COVID story and the banning of flights leaving South Africa doesn't hamper anyone's holidays. I saw the president spoke about it yesterday, and they're trying to get the country or the other countries to let us travel again. So hopefully, free South Africa, that type of thing. Hopefully it happens.
Hashtag free South Africa.
Yeah, hashtag free South Africa. But actually, talking about COVID, I see the Pirates game is now 7:30. They're taking full advantage of our late curfew at the moment.
Yeah, it is a bit of a surprise, especially for a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
We've been having 5:30 kickoffs, especially in midweek. But we know Pirates love playing on a nice watered pitch. And that's probably
it will be nice and dewy.
Using the dew to their advantage. So interesting. But then again, there's no fans to attend, so curfew is not such a massive issue.
Yeah. Chad, let me just announce this quickly. We have a comp winner from last week. The Man City PSG Champions League game. No, it is not you, Chad. Sorry about that. So the winner of the comp who guessed the score right is Tyler George. He commented 2-1 to Man City, and that was the score. So Tyler George, I will be contacting you very shortly, either on YouTube or I'll look for you. I'll find you, don't worry. Or you can just comment back and don't leave me your number. You'll get some strange people calling you. Don't comment your number on this show. But I'll be getting hold of him and giving him his gloves. And he will let me know if he wants to be signed, if he wants Chad, if he wants Chad to sign it, or we'll get someone else to sign it. Doesn't matter.
I can maybe try forge Dane's signature, and then you can say I've got Dane Plate's
Listen,
signature.
DK is close enough. Your brother always hackles me about that. So leave Dane. We should get Dane. We'll call Dane one day. We'll surprise him.
Yeah, especially now that his team is on a break.
Yeah, no. But he's still coaching, obviously, at Chipper, right?
Yeah, he's with the Diski team, and the Diski's on a break until end of Jan, I think.
Ah, nice. No, but Chad, thanks very much. Appreciate it. For those of you who are watching, thanks so much. We've really appreciated it. And if you haven't liked, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And keep commenting below. We want to hear from you, and we want to know what you guys want to see. So, Chad, appreciate it. And it's been 1 hour and 25 seconds. So it's been a long one, a lot to talk about. Maybe we should talk a little bit less.
Yeah, I think you do most of the talking now.
Nah.
Kidding. Yeah. You said a mouthful, and all I've got to say is have a good one. Enjoy the midweek fixtures, and we'll catch up ahead of the weekend.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you guys. No, we'll catch up midweek. Obviously, after Thursday's fixtures, we'll do a short little show on Friday. And
I said ahead of the weekend.
Ahead of the weekend. I thought you said after the weekend. But yeah, we'll catch up with you guys soon. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a good one. Cheers, chat.